Hello, 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 beautiful, radiant souls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are going to do another episode. Today's episode with Queen Citrine is going to be all about self-care, your path back into realignment. All right, we're going to be talking about self-care. We're going to be talking about when you feel out of alignment, what signs do you kind of pick up when you feel out of alignment, unbalanced, how to get rebalanced, how important it is, and how to overcome these challenges that we can face during our path, all right? Because how many of you guys can relate? Some weeks we go full speed, right? We can go full speed that whole week. Everything's on our to-do list is getting done. Everything is getting done. All the checks are getting crossed. And then what do? Our energy dips a little bit and we get a little bit burnt out. All right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So if this is right down your path, stick around. All right. Check it out. Let's talk about it. All right? Self-care. What is self-care? Self-care can mean so many different things. All right? Self-care, we're going to talk about it. What I want to talk about is I want to share an experience where I have example. This happened to me this week, and this is why I want to bring this conversation into focus, because this can happen week by week. If you feel unbalanced, you need to know what signs to look for so that you could get rebalanced. All right. There's weeks when you feel like you're on fire, you're going, you're rolling, the ball is moving. And then once you kind of stop, your energy can decline and kind of fall into play. Who can relate to that? All right, who can relate to that? All right, let's talk about it. All right, I'm going to share a story. So this last week I was on fire, right? I was getting everything off my to-do list. I was getting my videos done, my content, everything was flowing so magnificently as I want to show up as Queen Citrine herself. Everything. And then this week came, right? This week came, I had a plan to be on fire again, but what happened? My energy, I want to say around Monday, my energy declined, okay? I was still going to work, I was still getting my to-do list done, but once I was looking at it, right, because I have everything scheduled. Here's a great tip, right? Schedule your week on Monday. What do you need to do? What do you need to get done? As I'm looking at my to-do list, right, I have to work on my portfolio. I open my portfolio and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to, this is not it. I am not feeling like I have enough energy to put into creating magic, right? We are creators. We're creating magic. We're creative beings. When the energy is not there, it's not right, okay? Then down the week came. So we got Tuesday, we got Wednesday. Still feeling a little drained. Still pushing through. That is when, I want to say Wednesday, I realized, okay, something is not feeling right. All right? The feelings that I am talking about, if you're feeling any type of fatigue, right? Like if you feel tired, if you feel right after work, if you're feeling like you need to take a nap throughout the day, if you're procrastinating, so your to-do list is not getting done. All right, so if the things are not getting off on your to-do list, if you're becoming irritable, right, everything is bothering you. You're thinking to yourself, oh no, I don't even have time to explain myself. I don't have time to talk. Everything's getting me upset because my list is not getting done. So everything is piling. Another great thing to check if you're not into alignment is if you're second guessing yourself, right? So like if you're doing all your to-do list, if you're getting everything done, or if you're trying to figure out what to do and you're second guessing yourself, right? Like you have all these plans, you're looking at your beautiful planner and you're thinking, oh, did I pick the right thing? Did I say I was going to do the right thing? Right? We're creative beings. Everything that you're creating, if you are second guessing yourself, that is a telltale sign that you are not into alignment. That means that you need to bring self-care in. All right? I'm going to go over how you feel perfectly aligned. When you feel absolutely perfectly aligned with your energy, what does that mean and how are you feeling? That means that your mind, body, and spirit are moving in the direction that you're wanting to go. You feel uplifted. You're not second guessing yourself. You have high energy. You're ready to show up. You're ready to press the live button. You're ready to go. You are completely ready. All right. That is when you're in perfect alignment. All right. I'm going to tell you something about when we work in the service industry, right? When we are servicing children, right? When we work as child caregivers, mothers, if we're teachers, if we are healers, if we are working in a retail world, right? If we are nurses, if we are doctors, if we are lawyers, if we are working in an environment where we see people every single day, that is draining your energy if you do not have your barriers up. Another thing is when you're trying to share your energy, like for example, previously the week before, I went on live multiple times on my TikTok. And when you experience that rush of working with so many people's energies, it can really drain your battery if you do not recharge. And that is exactly what we're talking about today. Ways that you can recharge your battery so you can be at full potential and you are so connected to your vision, so connected to your path, where everything is gliding. And I want to tell you something. One of the things I want to say is to have grace with yourself, okay? Once you realize that you are not in alignment, right? Once you realize you're taking those naps, once you realize that you are being a little bit irritable, once you realize that you're procrastinating and you're self-doubting yourself, once you realize all these things, and I'm going to tell you something else. When you don't realize it, you can go so hard to a point where you drain yourself and your body actually creates symptoms of feeling exhausted and sick, and your body will literally force you into resting. All right, there's the thing. So I want you to have grace within yourself. So if you recognize this pattern and you realize to yourself, okay, I understand that I have not been in alignment. I understand now, right? Watching me, you're like, okay, that's been my week. Or maybe you can relate, right? Maybe you could think of yourself like, okay, now I know in my headspace that I know when I need to slow down. All right, that is when we're going to get it together and we're going to realign with ourselves. We're going to give ourselves grace. We're going to give ourselves self-care, because when you give yourself self-care and self-love, that is how you are going to realign with your purpose, realign back to your path of full alignment. And we're going to talk about that. All right, let's see. I got my list right here. Today we're also going to do a card reading. We're going to do a card reading for self-care, and we're going to do a card reading for self-love. That will be at the end, okay? So self-care. I want to talk about three things that you can do today to get yourself back into alignment, okay? Number one thing I want to talk about is we're going to relate it to body, mind, and spirit. Okay, body, mind, and spirit. How do you get aligned? Body, mind, and spirit. That's what Sphinx Spa Suite is. Body, mind, and spirit. All right, everything comes in a perfect triangle. Okay, let's talk about body. When you feel on alignment, what is something that you can do within your body? Well, you can do movement. All right, dancing, really moving your body, swaying your hips, moving everything is going to move that energy into your body. All right, so I recommend getting some great dance music, getting some music that uplifts you. Start a track. If you have a YouTube or if you have Spotify, make yourself a high vibe playlist, all right? If you want some suggestions, I have a high vibe playlist called Queen Citrine, and it's in YouTube Music. So you could check that out. Check out my playlist. You will love it. I'll be dancing to that. That music is the music that I use to get myself into alignment before I go live, before I do anything. If I want to get anything done, if I want to get moving, if I feel like my energy is peaking low, I use that playlist so that I can start dancing and start motivating myself into being in that perfect alignment. So that body movement, the dance, also helps. Another thing you can do is treat yourself to a beautiful facial. On YouTube, Queen Citrine, I have the beautiful glow facial, and I believe it's available on YouTube, so you can watch it. I have the Queen Citrine glow facial ritual. You could treat yourself to a facial, all right? If you have beautiful products at home, use those products. Body, what does it need? It needs water. Get yourself some spring water. And I want you to start whispering your beautiful affirmations into that spring water, right? I am in perfect alignment. As you are drinking it, make yourself a beautiful drink, right? Treat yourself. Make yourself a tea. Look at this card sitting right here. Drink tea. Self-care could be drinking that beautiful tea, right? A ginger tea, a green tea, depending on what type of herbs you want to work with. You can call that in, and as you're adding your honey, as you're adding your tea, stir it. Really treat yourself, right? If you're warming up a cup of cacao, right? Your beautiful sacred drink. As you're warming it up, as you're preparing it, treat yourself to that. That beautiful fluid, that beautiful drink is going to uplift you, right? Beautiful rituals like this, little touches like this are going to help get you into alignment. They're putting love back into your cup, because when your cup is completely full, that is when you are going to give people your overflow, right? You don't want to give from your cup of water, because that's what drains you. That's what brings you out of alignment, when you're giving too much of yourself, right? So we got to keep that balance right. So in the body, stay moving, get that playlist together, treat yourself to some beautiful, healthy food, right? Whisper beautiful affirmations into your water, into your tree as you're making your cacao. Treat yourself to that. Treat yourself to fruits and vegetables, depending on what chakra you want to work with, right? You can indulge yourself in that food, right? If you want to do it for your sacral, that's your orange, right? You could get some oranges, your roots, get some berries, some red berries, some purple ones for your third eye, right? Some green veggies, or some pears for your heart chakra. Eat the rainbow so that it can uplift your energy. We're starting with the body, right? We're being present in the body. We're dancing. We're eating our delicious food. We're saying our affirmations. As you're washing your face, as you're taking care of yourself and doing your beauty rituals like tweezing your eyebrows, or, whatever you're trying to get done, do stuff to feel that makes you feel absolutely beautiful. Hold on, let me secure my connection. Okay. All right, next one. Let's move on to the mind. Mind, body, and soul. The mind. What can we do for the mind to improve it, to uplift our energy, to align everything beautifully so that we're on our aligned path? With the mind, we can do journaling. All right. Journaling really inspires our mind. Another thing that you can do is you can read, right? When you are learning, every day you should be learning. You should be learning every single day. But journaling is going to be a great thing to do. I actually chose 2 beautiful journal prompts today that I'd like to share with you when you're out of alignment. All right, one of the first journal prompts that I have right here. Let's see. What feels heavy? What feels heavy and draining, or not truly mine right now? How can I release this? What practices or rituals always bring me back to feeling in complete alignment? So brainstorm that. What makes me feel super amazing? Does shopping make you feel amazing? Does reading, does hugging a tree make you feel amazing? How about dancing? How about treating yourself to a beautiful meal, or treating yourself out to a trip with your friends, hanging out with girls, women that empower you? What brings your energy up? Start jotting that down. Start writing it down so that you can look back at it when you are feeling in unalignment, and you can read it and you start to put these things into action. Another journal prompt that I have is, let's see. No, I don't have, I actually have affirmations. Okay, so those were my 2. So the 2 journal prompts is what feels heavy and draining. All right, is this truly mine? Is this feeling that I'm having, is it truly mine? How can I release this feeling? What practices, people, or rituals always bring me back to feeling in alignment, right? Who is your safe person that you can talk to? I actually read a book. Let me remember the name of it. Let me see. I read so much books, but books help me be in alignment. When I feel out of balance, I completely read. But one of the books that I have read. It said, stop complaining to people, because everything that you are focusing on, you will magnify and make bigger. So stop complaining completely, and you can choose one of your safe people to complain with. And when you complain to them, tell them, I'm not looking for a solution, I'm just looking to vent. Because here's the thing, when you talk to certain people, they try to fix your problems. And I'm going to tell you from resonance, because if you tell me your problem, I'm going to try to fix it. I'm a fixer. I'm like, oh, let me figure out why that happened. Let me figure out what I could do to fix it. But sometimes you just need that listening ear so that you can vent to someone. Once you vent to someone, that's going to be the last person that you're going to complain to, because we don't do that no more. We don't complain, right? We are speaking with intention and integrity, and we want to get our thoughts clear. So start complaining to one person only. And after that, throw that out, because we're not taking that with us. We're not bringing that energy back with us. All right, so that is for the mind. So I want you to start journaling. The next one is I want you to start saying affirmations. I want you to get in the habit of saying affirmations every day. I have actually, the beginning of the year, I colored. I wish I had it with me, but let me explain it to you. I got a coloring book with this beautiful, it was like some flowers, okay? So I got this beautiful coloring book with these flowers, but it had negative space in it, and within that negative space I actually wrote all my affirmations. And how did I get those affirmations? It's everything that I'm working and manifesting currently this year, right? So my affirmations was like, I am grounded, I am fully completely aligned with my goals, I am helping transform and transmute energy every day. I live in my highest love and light. Everything that you're manifesting, turn that into affirmations, because those affirmations are going to help you. You can actually read these affirmations to yourself every day right after you journal what you're grateful for. I actually chose 2 beautiful affirmations to share with you today. Okay? I lovingly release what does not belong to me. My energy is clear, sovereign, and light. That's the first affirmation. I lovingly release what does not belong to me. My energy is clear, sovereign, and light. The next one is I choose alignment, joy, radiance. I choose alignment, joy, and radiance. I return to myself with ease and with grace. So that's another beautiful affirmation when you're feeling unbalanced. You could close your eyes. I choose alignment. I choose joy. I choose radiance. I return myself back with ease and with grace. All right, you have to have grace within yourself, because we are feminine. I'm talking to the woman. We are feminine creatures, right? We're not always in our masculine. We can't always be doers. We kind of got to float like, fairies. We got to think about what we're going to do. We got to take breaks, and you have to rest. If your body is tired, you need to rest. If you do not rest, your body will give you a cold and it will force you into bed, right? There has been cases, all right? You will know. Tell me if I ain't right. You go ham, and then you go ham too hard to a point where your body literally feels exhausted, sick, and sore. Your body will turn yourself sick and sore so that it can rest, because you're not giving it the proper nutrition, right? You have to think about it. Body, mind, and spirit. You have to feed good thoughts in you. You got to feed good food in you. High vibrational food, high vibrational thoughts. That's it. No more complaining. We don't complain anymore. All right? And if you complain to one person. Your safe person that will not judge you. All right. Another thing. Okay, so we're on spirit. So meditation. Oh, no, wait. We're on mind. Excuse me. So we're journaling. We are doing our affirmations. So how do you get your affirmations? What are you manifesting? Turn those into affirmations. And while you're coloring, or if you want to do a beautiful coloring book page, write those affirmations in and hang it in your wall. All right, another one for mind is take mindful breaks. Okay, here's the thing. As doers, right, we're trying to progress, we're trying to do the next thing. We're always trying to do things. Sometimes we literally need a break. And it is okay to binge watch binge watch Wednesday, right? Whatever your favorite show is right now, binge watch it. Take a break. It's okay, right? Treat yourself to a little mind break. You can get a little, you could watch any show you want when you need to realign. That's okay. That is okay. And have grace within yourself. I have grace within myself. Today, I'm going to put a mask in my hair. I'm going to put a mask on my face. I'm going to paint my nails, paint my toes, and binge watch Wednesday. Whatever that feels right for you, be okay to do it, because sometimes you need that break, and sometimes the brain needs to turn off and relax. These are things that you need to do to get yourself back into realignment. All right, last but not least, let's talk about body, mind, and spirit. So that spirit is the third one. So we have to realign into our spirit. How are ways that we can realign into our spirit? Well, meditation. All right. If you need a meditation to realign into your spirit, turn it on. All right. I have a couple meditations in my YouTube channel, Lupe Queen Citrine. Check them out. I highly recommend them. Or you can actually, there's different ways to meditate. Maybe I'm thinking next Friday, I will do an episode on meditation. The different things you can do to meditate. I'll do a guided meditation, and I'll do a couple different things on meditations. That'll be next Friday's episode. So check that out. But meditation, really quiet your mind. What is meditating? Meditating is quiet your mind and do not think. Do not think about your problems. Don't think about what happened last year. Don't think about what is to come in the future. So anxious, right? Oh, the future, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. The world could end, right? Oh my God. No. Don't think about yesterday. Don't think about tomorrow. Be present. Be still. Be quiet. Oh, how many times do I is to breathe? All right? I want to teach you how to breathe. There's plenty. I could do a whole episode. I will do a whole episode on breathing techniques. Techniques that get you out of your head because you are going to be too busy counting. All right? This is, I'll give you an example. You could breathe in for 6, pause for, we'll do 6, 6, 6, 6. Oh, that's an angel number. All right? So do it with me. So you breathe into 6. So breathe. There, I want to say there's 3, 6, 8. There's plenty of meditations on breathing. Count your breaths. Breathe in. You could do a long breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and release it. A way to stay in your spirit and be perfectly aligned. Go back to spirit, right? So we're on it. So number 1 was body, right? Body. Get into your body. Get into your movement. Take off your socks. Get in the grass. Hug the tree, right? Move your body. Put your favorite playlist on. All right, I'll share my playlist is Lupe Queen Citrine on YouTube Music. That playlist really gets me in my body, gets me dancing, gets my high vibes rolling. All right, get your rituals in. All right, if you're doing your cacao, if you're doing your tea, if you're doing your beautiful Queen Citrine facial mask that I shared, or even my goddess ritual mask facial, you can get that. All right, it comes with its meditation. So there's different things that you can do. The next one was mind. So you could start journaling, start saying your affirmations, take mindful breaks. Feel free to binge watch something. Feel free to give yourself a hair mask, a face mask, do your nails, do your toes, right? And watch whatever season you would like to watch on TV. Binge watch, take a break. All right, we're on 3, spirit. So start meditating. So there's tons of meditations that you can use on YouTube. You could do breath meditations. Another way to meditate is staying present, right? Think about 5 things that are around you. What is around you right now? What color? How does it look? Describe it. What are you smelling? take 5 seconds. Tell me, right? What is around you? What smells, right? Using your senses. What smell do you smell currently? What are you looking at? What could you feel? Are there any textures around you? How does your body feel? How does your butt feel sitting on the chair right now? Are you standing? Are you outside? Are you looking at the sky? Are you touching the grass? Use your 5 senses when you're trying to be completely present. All right? That's going to help you be in alignment to your higher self. All right, the next thing is clearing. Another way when you feel like you're on an alignment and you're feeling misaligned, right? When we're feeling like that, another thing that you can do to get realigned is clear yourself. All right? So, you could close your eyes, and I want you to get in the habit of trusting your intuition. All right? There's a couple things you can do, but I'm going to teach you one right now. All right? If you close your eyes, I want you to picture a big flashlight running over your whole body. And when you think about your body, I'm talking about your whole body, your etheric body, your aura, your whole self. I want you to run that flashlight with your eyes closed over you and literally scan your body. Scan your body. Is anything out of alignment? All right? Use your intuition within yourself to diagnose yourself within the way you feel, right? So if it is, and you're going to intuitively, the more you do it, the more you trust yourself, you're going to intuitively know what you're looking for, right? So let's take a second to scan our body. Close your eyes, trust yourself, put a flashlight over your body. Is everything in alignment? Is everything perfect? Are you sovereign? Are you clear? Is there anything that needs to be realignment? Breathe into that. Welcome your angels to help you get into alignment. Welcome that. Start thinking about that. The first thing you're going to start using your intuition. That is exactly right. Stop doubting yourself, right? All right. So get in the habit of doing that. Next one is prayer. All right. How do you get in completely alignment with spirit? You pray. All right, easy and simple. You can pray to whoever you want, whoever you resonate with. All right, you can pray to Jesus. Look at this beautiful Jesus. Okay, mama, she is shining. Birth of the artist healer right there. Look at this beautiful Jesus radiating from behind me. That is my spirit guide right there. All right, so you ask Jesus, come down, and he will listen. He is right here. He's like, I'm right here right now. What's up? Tell him. Jesus, can you please realign my chakras? Can you please balance me? Can you please clear everything that no longer serves me from the highest and greatest good? Can you please put me on my path of my highest alignment, my highest being? Can you please connect me to my higher self? Connected. Trust that it's there. Connected. Breathe in. Talk to your angels. Angels, can you please align me? Destroyer force angels. Let me see. Destroyer force angels. Can you come and sweep anything from me and anyone that is watching? Jesus, can you please come down and balance everyone's chakras that is watching this video? Can you please bring your beautiful power down, clear them of everything that no longer serves them, give them a beautiful hug, and put them on their true spiritual path. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you say thank you because you know it is done. And if you believe it and you see it, that's how fast it's done. You pray, all right? And I'm going to tell you something. I had a girl, right? I have a client. Well, she's not even a client. She's like a internet friend, okay, whatever you want to call her, put a name on her. She was studying for law, and she had on her Facebook story, I'm so nervous, I'm going to take my bars. And I messaged her and I said, oh, don't even worry about it. I tell her, don't worry about it, just pray about it. You know, pray that you'll pass. All right, tell me how I got my esthetician license, my esthetician teacher license. I was praying on my way to take that test. I said, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, Jesus, I'm going to pass this test. I kept visioning it, and I motherfucking passed. Yes, I did. Okay, so I messaged her, and I said, oh, just pray about it. She goes, pray? She goes, Lupe, I don't even know how to pray. And I said, damn. I didn't think about that. And I said, I'm going to tell you one thing. And this is what I messaged her. This is what I told her. I said, if you say thank you in that prayer, that is enough. If you say thank you, period, dot, blank, period, that is enough. Whoever you pray for, you could pray for your, whatever you want, whatever you want to call in your reality, that's absolutely perfect, because this world is yours and you are in charge of it, okay? So, pray, say thank you for whatever you want. All right? If you're praying in for a beautiful day, for safety for your children, for the test, for alignment, whatever you're calling in, praying, thank you is enough. All right? Next one, let me see. Okay, another thing for spirit is rituals. All right, I want you to get in the habit of being a magical being, being a magical fairy like you are, and I want you to get in the habit of creating your own rituals. All right? Anything, think about this. Let's start simple, and I'm going to give you the first ritual that you're going to incorporate into your life now. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's perfect. You are exactly where you need to be. All right? I want you to start thinking of your shower. When you take a shower, I want you to start thinking about it as if your personal waterfall. That's your personal waterfall, baby, in your house. All right? So as soon as you're getting ready to take a shower, all right, and you have your salt next to you, you have your crystals, or you have your candles, right? That in itself is a ritual. Incense, candles, crystals. You have beautiful healing water. We are water. Water holds vibration, all right? There is tons of documentaries on water and how it holds vibrations, and how what they did was they played certain frequencies next to the water. And then when they froze it, the snowflakes were different beautiful combinations, like geometry, sacred geometry. You are sacred. You are a sacred being. You have water that carries energy. You are electric. So you have this beautiful waterfall in your house. What I want you to get in the habit of doing when you're cleansing your body, you don't need to know Reiki. You just need to know magic. And I don't know magic. Don't think too hard, baby. I'm right here. I'm going to lead you. I'm guiding you. All right, we are going to create magic together. When you go into your shower, when you go into your bath, I want you to picture this beautiful, sprinkly, bright, crystallized water cleaning all your troubles away and lowering them down the drain. And I want you, if you're sad, if you're grieving, if you have any issues, they're going to flow down the drain. All right? You are cleansing your energy. As you cleanse your body, all these energies are getting cleansed to you. And I'm going to tell you something about water. Did you know that lower frequency entities do not cross paths with water? Did you know that, like hoses, like even a hose outside, lower entities cannot cross by water, because they cannot come in contact with water, because water is high vibrational. Did you guys know that? So why do you think people that are depressed, people that have problems mentally, schizophrenia, bipolar, depression, they don't like taking showers, they avoid taking showers, because this is literally facts. Because they do not like water, and it's because of whatever is influencing them. Because you can be influenced, all right? You can be influenced. So when you are going into your magical waterfall that you are creating, and remember, you could create that magic. You could bring the crystals in. If you don't have crystals, if you can't afford crystals, that doesn't matter, right? We create magic here. What we're going to do is we're going to borrow that beautiful magical energy energetically, and we're going to put it in there. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to picture wherever you take a shower or a bath. If you have a damn bucket, picture the bucket. Okay, that's all right. All right. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to pick your favorite crystal. And if you don't have a favorite crystal because you're getting into the habit of crystals, perfect. That's okay. I want you to picture one of my favorite crystals is cellulite. This is a beautiful clearing crystal, right? My other favorite crystal is citrine. Brings in transformation, abundance, joy, happiness. We're going to put that crystal, we're going to throw that in our shower. I'm throwing it in everyone's shower here and everyone in the future. I'm putting it in my shower. Rose quartz for self-love, putting it in my shower. Black tourmaline to absorb any negative energy. What else? I can't see any comments, but any of your favorite crystals that you want to drop in, drop them down below. Let me think. What else do I want to put in my shower? Let's do some labradorite. Some beautiful labradorite. That's beautiful purple energy, right? You can also do colors, right? Color therapy, right? So I'm going to go ham and I'm going to fucking put rainbows. I'm going to put rainbows in my shower. Beautiful clearing energy in my shower, so that when I go in there, it will be waiting for me. And I'm going to put cellulite all over it. So my walls I'm covering in cellulite. And the reason I'm doing this is because this crystal, cellulite, it clears all crystals, right? So I'm energetically putting it on the wall. I'm putting a rainbow. I'm putting a waterfall. What else do I want to put in my shower? I'm going to put a diamond floor. And I'm going to put on the top of my shower, I'm going to put a crown, a beautiful crown, so that when I go in there, I feel like the queen that I am. All right, so we're creating this beautiful, energetic, this gorgeous, gorgeous bath, whatever our beautiful waterfall we are creating, so that every time we step in there, we are going to feel in complete alignment. We are going to be feeling cleansed in our body and into our space. And yes, you can do it. Yes, you can. You just did it. And I just did it for you. Beautiful. So when you take a shower, I want you to picture all that energy that may not be yours, all that energy that you may need to get rid of, that you absorb from the day. You're going to wash it down the drain, and you're going to be in perfect alignment. That is our beautiful healing waterfall. That is going to give you everything you need. And welcome your angels in that shower and tell them, angels, upgrade that energy. Clear the house. Let's go ham. Let's do the house too. Let's put waterfalls. Let's put energetic Reiki waterfalls on our doors, so that anybody that enters our door will be sprinkled with beautiful energy before they even enter my space. All right, that is what we're going to do. So that's what we got. We got our body, mind, and we got our spirit. So we are, so at this point, I hope you are confident and aligned to your highest potential, so that you can have the beautiful tools in your pocket to bring yourself back into alignment. If you ever feel, how are we feeling? If you ever feel out of alignment, all right, that may be fatigue, tired, procrastination, irritability. If you ever feel like second guessing yourself, you better go back to this video. You better save this video. I will be uploading this video to my Lupe Queen Citrine YouTube. You better go back and watch it again, because we are lifting energy. All right. Okay, let me see back at my notes. All right, let's see. Self-care is not selfish. It is how you protect your energy. It is how you become in perfect alignment with your higher self. It is how we are going to get into this. It is how we are going to fill our cup constantly. Remember, if your cup is full, if you are a mother, if you are a human being on this planet, you need this in your life, and it's going to make you feel so good. All right? So I want you to breathe with intention with me. To clear, heal, and seal, and bring self-love to us. All right? And I want you to say your affirmations. I want you to say this affirmation with me. I choose to realign with ease and with grace. I choose to realign with ease and with grace. All right, that being said, I want to pull a beautiful, let's do we'll do the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. It has beautiful things on here. Maybe I'll choose a couple. Let's see what pops out. Okay, angels and ancestors and spirit guides, can you please help us? Ooh, choose, oh, beautiful cards. Give me 3 cards. Okay, we got 1. Some self-care things that we should do to help everything, help us get into realignment when we feel like we are out of alignment. Here we go. The 3 cards. Dance. Baby, dance. Shake. Shake what your mama gave you. Move your hips. Move your hips. Move your thighs. Move your body. All right? Move it. Feel yourself in your body. Feel yourself. Create yourself a playlist. Create that playlist so when your energy gets down, when you start doubting yourself, when you don't feel the best, what is that song that gets you into alignment? All right? I love Queen Herbie. All right? Start dancing. Dance in the mirror. Start connecting to Mother Earth. All right? Go outside, hug a tree, step in the grass. All right? My sister for Christmas, she got me a grounding mat. So if you're not a girl that likes to hug the trees, which I highly recommend you are, I highly recommend you turn into her. But if the weather doesn't permit, get yourself a grounding mat. Completely feel 100% better, right? So I have a grounding mat on my bed. So start getting outside, hug a tree, and write a gratitude list. All right? So when you feel out of alignment and when you're not feeling 100%, write yourself a gratitude list. What are you grateful for? What do you have? All right? What do you... That's beautiful. I love that. Okay. Next is this one is one of my favorite decks. This is a self-love. Let me see. I want to make sure I have the guidebook next to me. What card do you have? I am who I am. And you are enough, baby. I am who I am. And let me read this for you today. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you ready? I face and I move through my fears. This card comes to you because you have reached a point of enough grounded awareness to understand that there is no escaping the reality that you must live through every moment of your life, regardless of how it comes to you. Even if you know of many ways to distract or numb yourself from being present, you are willingly choosing instead to apply yourself to conscious self-realization. This is a wise choice and with intention. You sense that any reactions to life are regressions to the past, and they surrender your influence to the future. Are you ready to be crowned by your own presence? Understand that you have the capacity to become a master at this reality. And gracefully choose how to respond to your life. Choose how you respond to your life. As you become more sovereign, you will see the world with a sense of wonder, love, and unity, while simultaneously perceiving the subtlety of future as it comes towards you. Remember to also have fun and belly laugh. Allow yourself to find humor quickly and dance with life and shake and shape it, not the other way around. You are working towards a balanced state, desiring to be truly at peace with yourself and the world. A higher glimpse of your role and creative destiny is possible right now. If you can stop the merry-go-round of thoughts in your mind long enough to fully open to the true wisdom of your heart. That was beautiful. Dance, Be present. Accept what comes to you. Don't fight it. Everything. So think about it like this, you guys. This world is a beautiful game that we're playing all together. This isn't the first life you've been here. We've met each other before. We're grounded within us, right? I remember one time, I'm going to share a story with you about this client shared with me. And she said, Lupa, did you ever hear the story about this small village, and they kept always saying, there's something's going to happen. This one guy goes, have you heard something's going to happen? Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. And then it started a rumor, and everyone in town said, something's going to happen. It's coming. You got to be prepared. And everybody was panicking and worried in this small village. Something's going to happen. Nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened. All right. The suspense itself was creating the fear. I read a book, what was her name? She was a QHH practitioner. Her name is Sarah B. I can't remember her last name, but I know it's Sarah B. All right. And, this is one of my favorite books. I will talk about this book. I will post about this book because this book changed my life. I've read it multiple times. It is Between, From the Trail of Tears to the Star People. And it talks about how the Indians got their land taken from them, right? And it said a quote in there. All right, the QHHT book is about this woman. Long story short, this woman went to this hypnosis, right? She went to a hypnosis tech, and she was getting hypnotized. She was getting hypnotized because she said, I have to work with you. I don't know why I have to work with you. So she goes and gets hypnotized by the woman. And when the woman goes, the practitioner brings her down, and she says, where are you? Who are you? She's discovering who this person is that's coming in through present time. The woman goes like this. She says, oh, my name, it was a man, and it said, my name is Les. And they go, Les? They go, I've been watching you for the past years, and I want you to tell my story. So he tells his story of the Trail of Tears and how everything happened. And one of the things he mentioned was that the Europeans were the first to be infected with the virus. And guess what this virus was? The virus was fear itself. All right? So I want to remind you, do not be scared. Do not be scared, because this is all planned. This isn't the first time you were here. This isn't the first time you had this experience. This is the first time now that anything that your heart desires you can have, because you have the power. Because we are awakening to our own light and to our own power again. And we are all light bringers. If you are here during this time right now, you are bringing that light down. You need to ground into it. Be the one that stands up, the one that says, no, fear is a virus. I am not going there. I'm going to stand tall, and I have my goals, and I am going to be in perfect alignment. So remember, when you feel that fear creeping in, right, what is the purpose of this call today, this episode with Lupa Queen Citrine? Self-care, your path to realignment, because you are already perfect, but sometimes we got to realign ourselves because we can get out of alignment. It happens, right? It's like when you make a wrong turn, but technically, is it wrong, right? Because you could have avoided something. So if everything is so perfectly in alignment, you're exactly where you need to be, right? So if you're resonating with this, and you are saying, if anything that I'm saying goes ding 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 ding, it's because, baby, we best friends. We've been here before. We know where we're going. All right. So going back to the card. I am who I am, and I am here to shine. All right, this is a suggested practice in the book. Don't be so hard on yourself. Refuse to engage in any negative dialogue or stories, lists, or supposed flaws that you may have, right? So stop telling yourself that you're flawed. Stop telling yourself negative dialogue. Stop telling yourself stories that could happen, may happen, can happen, or labels that diminish you. Your true self is infinite and full of creative potential. You can create the life you want now. Wake up every day and say, I am who I am. And that is that. And put an end on false stories. You can even sing this statement. Put a sticky note on your fridge or write it on your bathroom mirror. Celebrate your true self. You are always becoming on the very long journey of your soul. I am who I am, and that is enough. And that's for you. You are who you are, and that is perfect, and you are absolutely perfect, and it feels perfect, all right? And remember, when you are perfectly aligned and you are on your right path, you're connecting to your body, your mind, and your spirit. Everything flowing. You're seeing synchronicities happening. You're seeing your angel numbers. You're seeing all the butterflies, and you're talking to all the grasshoppers. You're seeing the butterflies. You're seeing the spiders. Everything magical comes to you because you are in perfect alignment, because you realize the light. You are a light bringer. All right? You're going to have confidence. I hope this absolutely helped you. I hope this lightens your path and your week and your life ahead. And I wish you the very best. And remember, if you need any other beautiful, deeper clarity or deeper reset, remember that I hold space for you. I do Reiki alignments. I do spiritual coaching. I do spiritual business building. So if you are in alignment, you can book at sphinxspasuite.com. I work virtually and I work in person, and I would love to help you illuminate your light. All right, till next Friday, I will see you soon, and I have more meditations on my YouTube channel. Check me out, Lupe Queen Citrine. God bless you.